the event before. These are Coxed quads at the youth level.
So generally, the last event, the bow person was in charge of telling people what to do. In this case, you've got a rudder.
Yeah.
Well, you got a rudder in the quad anyway, but you've got
somebody, you've got a cox on board who's steering.
They tend to be bow loaded, so the coxswain can see exactly where they're going.
Right. So this is bow number 1 is Redwood Scullers. This crew actually has 3 of the 4 girls who won this event last year.
Yep.
So they know the course, done this before. So this is Redwood Scullers from Redwood City, California. They, as I say, they're the reigning champs in this event.
Yep. And we're going to try to be discreet about these split times from down the course so that it doesn't affect the racing.
Bow 3, we're taking a really nice course around the buoys, around that bend. This is Row America Rye.
Yep.
Anna Resby, Kendall Yoon, Katie Lohan, Tara O'Reilly, and Margaret Gallagher. They're 15 years old, most of the folks in their crew, most of the girls in the crew.
We've got 5 boats coming around the bend at the same time right now.
Okay, bow number 6.
So that's White Marsh from Conshohocken. Oh yeah, we got a big cluster coming. This is what you people.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Eliot, this is what you've been waiting for.
So bow 6 is the first of those. The second with the white and blue tops is bow 4. That's Maritime Rowing Club.
That bow 6 is looking at what's behind them, and they're saying, "Boy, are we glad we're in the front of them."
We're out of that mess, exactly.
Okay, bow 4 is Maritime.
Yep. Bow 2, which is CRI.
CRI, bow 2. So these other crews are moving up on bow 2, and CRI, has a job to do in terms of making sure that they yield as best they can.
Bow 8.
It's the job of the crews behind them to clearly declare where they're going. So bow 8.
That's Long Beach.
Bow 9 is Los Gatos. So California, and then Niskayuna from New York.
They're navigating that well, though.
It's a good job under the bridges. I mean, it's like you're flying in tight formation. Okay, bow 10 is St. Catharines, and bow 7
that's
is
Miami
Beach. Apologies to the video feed if we were a little late on that.
Those youth quads did a nice job. They seem to keep some good water separation there.
I'm impressed by the steering. There's some of these athletes have been here before, but some of them it's their first time up the course, particularly for the coxswains. This is good technical coxing. Okay, bow 15. That is Nereid from New Jersey. Bow 12 behind them is Athletes Without Limits from DC, and they have overtaken that 12 is Texas Rowing Center. They've overtaken bow 11, Athletes Without Limits.
All right, then we've got bow 13 and bow 14. 13 is White Marsh Boat Club from Pennsylvania. 14 is Narragansett.
Yep, from Rhode Island. Train on the Seekonk. You like fours or quads better? I think I like the quad better because it's a little bit more stable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very much so. All right. Bow 18.
Bow 18 is Hockaday from Texas. They obviously sent a trailer full of boats up here. Lots of entries from Hockaday.
And
Welcome
then 16.
to Boston. Yep, and 16 is Athletes Without Limits from Alexandria, Virginia.
They've also got a lot of entries in these events.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that's challenging about the head is, you get one entry And, you know, do you trailer up a hull? Do you borrow a hull? It's always nicer to row in your own equipment.
Yeah.
So about 20 is Camp Randall from Wisconsin. So when you see multiple entries, I mean, there was a big trailer loading party, and then the trailer hit the road for a couple of days, and they're all parked over at the Fowls, which is a cool area because it's kind of like, you know, you get to see 1,000 people that do what you do.
Yeah. It's nice to get together.
Bow 17 from Jacksonville, Florida, First Coast. Bow 19 from Vashon, Washington. It's Vashon Island Rowing Club.
Bow 22, Minneapolis Rowing Club in the green. And then bow 21, that's Holy Names from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, I mean, the Fowls experience, and maybe we talk about that for a minute because we got a 10-second gap here. I think when these athletes that row at the junior level and then they get to college, they want to come back for this. And, you know, for the high school athletes, they get to see all their friends again.
Well, it's not just the high school athlete. I think it's athletes across the board throughout the sport. You know, people you've rowed with, rowed against for years and years.
Yeah. And here's Bow 24, Maritime Rowing Club from East Norwalk. And they have overtaken Bow 23, Lower Marion from Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Okay. Wait. We're to get a little tighter into view. We're about halfway through the field.
All right, just coming around the bend. This is Port Jefferson, bow 45. Just behind them, bow 28 in the stripes. Bow 28 is Argonauts from Toronto.
And we've got about a dozen times through the finish line. Right now, the time to beat is 18:32, and that compares to the course record of 18:09. So again, the wind is a north wind. It's pushing you back a little bit, but still pretty fast times. And there are 5 medals up for grabs in this event.
All right, bow 26 in the red boat. This is Row Boston, and 27 in the white is Row LA.
Yeah. Go Los Angeles. Yep, rowing out of Cambridge Boat Club, borrowing our blue and white oars. So they that's an example of a borrowed shell.
Yeah.
They're probably pretty happy about that. Then bow 29.
That's Peachtree City Rowing Club up from Georgia.
I tried to give them a good boat.
Yeah.
Let them change the rigging any way they wanted it.
33, Beaver Creek Sculling, and 30 is Don Rowing, down from Ontario.
And then bow 31, Germantown Friends.
Actually, the note against Don Rowing, they all began rowing in the summer of 2021. So they've been rowing a year, and they're here at the head of the Charles.
I think they look pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. 1 year into your rowing career, and you're here at the head.
Talking about visualizing good rowing and try to see it be it. You know, there you go. You know, like that. I want to be like them. Bow 32. So that's Beaver Creek Sculling from Charlottesville, Virginia. Welcome to Boston.
All right, bow 34. We've got bow 34 just coming around the bend into view. This is Elmwood from Ottawa, Ontario. Again, you look at the ages of the girls in these boats. The youngest sculler, Clarissa Lawson, is just 14 in this boat, and then there's a 15-year-old as well.
So you got this one? Yeah. Okay.
All right, bow 41. That's Atomic Rowing from Tennessee. Bow 42 in the dark blue boat. That's Kent School. It's good to see they say the sculling program is new at Kent School, so it, to some extent, having events like this encourages youth sculling.
Yeah, Bow 39 with the chevron blue and white blades is Saratoga. Yeah, Kent brought a half a dozen scullers to the queue last week. So we had since race was 170 junior scullers, 24 schools. The furthest one was the Harrison sculler from Idaho, but we had people coming from Long Island, Connecticut. I mean,
that's awesome. Just encouraging youth sculling.
Yeah.
All right, 37, Main Coast Rowing.
But sweep. There were half out of the 24 programs. I'd say there were 8 of them that were traditionally sweep programs that are doing fall sculling now. So coincidentally they're winning in the spring. So maybe learning how to move a boat helps them.
Yep, it sure does. All right, bow 48.
Okay, Notre Dame
and 46.
From Welland, Canada. Bow 48 has overtaken bow 46. Oakneck.
Watch the steering, girls.
Yep, a little bit of hull on hull there, but nothing too egregious.
Bow 35 is Buffalo Seminary.
Yep, on the Cambridge side, and on the far side is bow 47, Ridley College from St. Catharines, followed in the blue boat by bow 43, NSU University School from Davie, Florida, down near Miami. Followed by bow 45, Niagara Falls from Niagara Falls.
All right, bow 36, that's Amaskirk from Hoxie, New Hampshire.
And then bow 44, Rockland, RA. Yeah, there's a little cluster up there between West Side and Buffalo, Niagara Falls and Welland, and they're all kind of, it's
right.
Like, they're only separated by a border and a river. Bow 38.
What? That's the King's School.
And bow 50. Oh, 50 on 38. So pay attention to that one. That's Miami Rowing. Miami Rowing Club down on Biscayne Bay. Great place to row. You get to row with the dolphins.
And they've moved up a few places, clearly.
Yeah, that's an impressive move.
Bow 40, the dark tops and dark blades.
So bow 40 is Dublin School from New Hampshire. And 49 is Groton. Formerly coached by, it's coached by Andy Anderson. But also, who's a CBC member. Go Groton. Okay, so let's check the results. And again, these are unofficial and preliminary. So the fastest time continues to be that 18:32. And your top 5 crews